Thank you for saying something supportive, Sam. Holy cow. Did that kill you? Yeah. Why was he here? And thank heavens he's not your dad. Holy cow.
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
I thought you guys cleaned that shit up. Dudes, you had one job. Among your many.
Should have stopped him and finished it here.
It?
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
You do realize that that's a synonym, right? Those two are synonyms. They mean exactly the same fucking thing. A devil. There's a difference. There's the synonyms. They mean exactly the same fucking thing, Sam.
Yes. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the abyssal planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know. It's hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
Okay. All right, Eric. Oh, that's Eric? I thought that was James. Wow. Okay. Alright. Mixing you two up is nice every once and again.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
I have several hours of footage to say otherwise, Sam.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills, and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
Oh, I can see how this... Oh, okay. Alright. I can see how this would equate to different meanings of synonyms, but yeah. This was all so confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed and I happened to land in the middle of it? What the F? What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
Oh, really? What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Oh, that's good. That means I can walk outside and shove a broomstick up his ass. But that doesn't explain why.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
I couldn't believe my ears. It was the 3rd day of surprises and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
Please just do it. Can I have cheese and more now?
I'm gonna kick his ass right now.
Chill.
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
Why would he come back? He obviously can't use magic inside the house. But what about going outside? Won't he...
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Unfortunately, that would mean that he's a guy and I'm a girl. And you know what that means? You know what that generally means, Matthew? Do you know... Would you like me to tell you what that generally means? That generally means he can still fuck up my shit.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
I fucking lied, okay? Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Malik's. Still, I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malik's did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least, I had time. Green apples? What does that achievement mean? This achievement makes no sense. Okay. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target to something I'd never been able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this ever happen? Should I really meddle with the situation? They're only staying until after they defeat Malik's. That's right. They said they'd only stay until after they defeat Malik's. After that, my life can go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. The question was then, would I want them to leave? If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. I'd have to learn how to cook. All on my own. And buy groceries. Ah. My life. Where was my life going, anyway? I was under pressure from my parents with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Enough. Let's just sleep and deal with tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it.
I promise to be with you forever.
Who the fuck is this?
You're so important to me.
Naomi?
I swear I'll give my life to you.
James. James is a lover.
Please, let me love you.
Ooh.
I'll be by your side, always.
I can't imagine living without you. I want to be with you.
I love you.
What was that? That was interesting. Okay. I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head, force me awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock. 7 a.m. Why am I up so early? I fell back into the bed and closed my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why? It's too early to even be alive. I gave up and sat up, staring at the fireplace across from my bed. A sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 a.m. in the morning? Okay, this is a good question. Explore the house, make some coffee, work on homework. I don't like coffee, so that's out of the question. I really want to explore the house, but at the same time, I kind of want to work on my homework. But then again, if I work on my homework, instead of exploring the house, I might miss out on some crucial background details and shit from the boys, because I get the feeling that we're going to go snooping in their rooms. But if I explore the house, will my homework suffer? I don't think it will. Yeah, let's go explore the house. I decided it was a good idea to wander around the house. I never really explored it much as a child, so there were bound to be new surprises. Well, come on, feet, let's go on an adventure. I stood and exited my room, hoping that the boys were still asleep. I began to wander the halls of my end of the house, opening each door to find what room each door led to. Ah, it's pretty. Quickly, I found an old office. A desk and a chair sat by a far side as a large bookshelf of documents and memorabilia donned its nooks and crannies. There were a couple of pictures of me growing up peeking from the shelf as I walked further into the room. I don't believe I've ever been here before. I don't believe I've been in here before. I tried to recall memories of seeing this room, coming up with nothing as a result. This room was new to me. Did I want to disturb the furniture? I'm curious. I gently opened the shelves and any drawers I saw in the room. And a couple of them were books and even sewing kits. I assumed they were used for my grandfather's toys, so I left them alone. One drawer, however, was locked, no matter how many times I pulled. Ugh! Come on, open! Nothing. It wouldn't budge. The drawer beside it did, revealing a laptop. Why is there a laptop in a drawer? This is pretty cool storage, isn't it? I lifted it from the drawer and carried it over to the desk and chair, opening it. It was a high-tech laptop with a retina scanner as a pass lock. I was not sure whether or not to try to unlock it or not. Why would it have your retina? Why would it have your retina data? Why would it have that? It's gonna explode. We shouldn't fuck with it. Whatever was in there belonged to my grandfather. It wasn't my place to try and pry. I closed the laptop and put it back in the drawer where it came from. Strangely, I felt a wave of relaxation wipe over me, making me sigh. Whatever happened was apparently good. Oh, good, good. I did a good thing. I returned to my bed, feeling the weight of the morning drag me under my covers to try sleeping again. I had energy, but I wanted more sleep. It was Sunday and nothing was happening today. Come on, eyes, back to sleep. I shut my eyes and tried to slow my breathing. I looked at my phone to check the time once again. It was noon, yet it felt like I had slept for much longer. Why is time going so slowly? I sighed, got changed into normal clothes, and went out to the main hall and sat on the stairs. Sundays were very boring. However, the muffled sounds of a battle caught my attention. Huh? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I quickly went out to the backyard in response to the noise I had heard. They're all fighting. In the yard were all 5 of my boys, practicing fighting. Sam was in the middle with the other 4 surrounding him and throwing punches and kicks at him. Sam, being the strongest of the bunch, blocked and dodged each almost masterfully. Don't disturb them. Don't. I just watched. The boys were very much in their own world, focusing on the training they were all in. It was better not to disturb them. I checked the time and decided to head inside to the kitchen. I was getting hungry, and I'm sure the boys would want to eat soon, so lunch was a must. Might as well make lunch today. It's been a while since I cooked. Oh good, so I can cook. Lunch wasn't particularly hard. I decided to make cold cut sandwiches, simple chicken and rice, pizza. Ooh. All good, all good. I feel like cold cut sandwiches would be easiest and the least, and the hardest to fuck up is what I'm saying. Because if I were making sandwiches for 5 boys, I would make cold cut sandwiches because it's easy. Most guys like it. I don't like it, but most guys like it, and it's very hard to fuck up. So we're going with that. Whereas chicken and rice and pizza, you have to cook. So make cold cut sandwiches. Because why not? I assembled simple ham sandwiches for all of us. After I poured some potato chips on the side of each sandwich, I felt satisfied. Who said lunch had to be cooked? I placed the food in the dining room. However, none of the boys were there by the time I brought the final dish out. I carried that dish to the main lobby, catching the boys separating into different rooms of the house. Part of me wanted to go to one in particular. The other part of me wanted to just leave them be and take the food in my hand to my room and eat. Maybe I could go out today while the boys focused on training. I want to find one of them. I want to spend time with these guys, okay? I started a dating sim so I could spend time with hot guys. And to promote my channel, but you get the idea. I quickly rushed back and grabbed a second food dish before hunting down one of the boys. I looked down each hall trying to find one of the incubi wandering so that I wouldn't have to go through each individual room finding them. I pursed my lips in irritation. Where the heck are they? I sighed, knowing that I would have to search for them in each room. I quickly turned and headed up the stairs. I began to walk down a hall and open a random door, picking a side. Oh yes! Thank you, game. This is the game telling me that I'm doing good. Okay. Luckily enough, I found Damien in the study.
Humans have the freedom to learn anything.
Why do you sound so sad?
You brought food?
Don't dodge the question. I asked you a question. I knew it. I knew they all had different mommies. And I knew it was going to be a problem.